Forgive me.
Like, oh my God, Jimmy, just tell me.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. Here we go. Listen, are you mad, you lean? If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. For those of you returnees, baby, you ain't got the minerals, baby. Ha! Listen, if you can't handle the heat in the kitchen, woo, Chile. If you can't handle the heat in the kitchen, Chile, get your ass out of the kitchen, baby. Listen. Yeah, let's get into the video because we're gonna talk about the Kimmy and the Jimmy and the Kimber things. Yeah, Kimber, you know I miss you. You understand?
What am I gonna say? So I set up this date because I was like, look, I really want to genuinely apologize to you.
You know you're sweet. You understand? You know you're a fine specimen. You understand? But let's get into the video because you know what? I tried to give Jimmy a little bit of a leeway, but I couldn't. Because the guy decided to show his frailties. That's what I want to call it. Listen, we all have shortfalls, and we all have our ego, and we all have, our insecurities, and we also have our defense mechanisms that we have, and we also have, our not so nice parts of us, okay? And this is what we're going to see in Jimmy today, okay? So I'm going to break it down, okay? Now, obviously, the first thing I noticed was that fact that Kimber came to this dinner looking spicy, okay? And I wasn't sure if I was going to work out in her head. Was she thinking, I'm going to make myself look so nice, this boy has to like me, or I'm going to look so nice, he won't know, he's going to miss me when I'm gone, basically. He's going to miss me when I'm gone. That note was off. Don't worry about that. Alright, cool. So, obviously, yeah, so I wasn't sure. I just saw that, I was looking at it, I was thinking, is it because you want him to miss you, or do you want to just make an impression today? What is it, Kimber? I don't know. But cool, innit? I like the dress still. Obviously now, I think obviously just tapping into what Kimber had said, I believe that, like I said to you, I said, Kimber wears her heart on her sleeve, and she's not one of them gal that, you know what, let me be honest with you, that when she says you're dead, that you're actually dead, yeah? She's not, yeah? She shoots once and shoots you in the leg, and doesn't shoot you in the arm, you understand? So you've always got a chance to come back. And I truly believe that, because I said it when she said it. I said she's also an emotional person. So when she says, you're dead to me, I was like, no, you're not. No, he's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, he ain't dead to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, and she says things off the hip because actually, again, she's hurt easily. And, she's sensitive. I don't say sensitive in a bad way, because I'm also the exact same way. I'm a person that takes words to heart quickly, you understand? Yeah? And so I can react in a certain way where if I don't think, I can react in a way that makes me look that makes somebody think to myself, well, you're a bit sensitive, innit? And it's like, no, we get hurt by the words that people say, do you understand? I think Kimber was really hurt by what Jimmy had done in the last episode. But when she said he was dead, I was like, you said that out of emotion, out of pain, out of annoyance, out of anger, out of frustration. And I understand that. But I always say this, don't say never if you're never gonna, never gonna back it. You understand? Don't say never unless you're gonna back it. Yeah? So just say, listen, you know what? I feel like he could be dead to me, man. Because that way you can go back on it. If you say never, you look like a fool when you go back on it. And trust me, Kimber was ready to go back on it, because there was something that she said about what she was expecting from the conversation. And I just knew that obviously this girl would have got back with him if that was the case. And it's not a problem to. Listen, it's not a problem to. We're just saying that obviously never say never. You understand? Listen to everybody. Never say never. Cool.
Hey!
I didn't know if he was gonna smile or when he was gonna try to hit me.
Why would I try to
I was
hit
about to bring
you?
some boxing gloves.
I wasn't surprised when I got the call from Jimmy. However, I need to know, where was his intentions when he purposely pushed my buttons? I told him my last relationship, my ex got in.
Jimmy made a comment which was, maybe I didn't piss off the wrong person, yeah? And when he said that, Kimber wasn't sure what he was saying. What he was really saying is this. I'm glad I didn't piss off the person that would be able to take me back when I've moved mad.
I'm just glad you're still here on this journey.
We've been hanging in there.
We haven't pissed off the wrong person.
You don't think you pissed off the wrong person?
I hope not.
Yeah? Because a lot of guys, we do this, yeah? We know that certain patches, certain women, yeah, are going to be more forgiven. So we move mad on them because we know we'll be forgiven. Do you understand? And that's the way the world is so dirty. You understand? You can play nice and you get done dirty. You can play clean and get done dirty. It just doesn't make sense. The more good you are, the more evil they are. Do you understand? So when he said that comment, first of all, it was rude. To say it out loud. Number two, obviously, it's arrogant and prideful. And number three, it just shows Jimmy where his level of respect for Kimber really is. It's in the dirt. Now, I said to him that he was entitled to ask the question, so it's just a wrong place of asking from the last episode. But just following his actions now and the fruits of his actions, I'm seeing that there's a almost, I don't want to say narcissistic, but there's an ego that's there that is presenting itself. There's a self-inflated image of oneself, which I believe comes from a place of actually fear, which comes from a place of the fact that you maybe in the past something happened and you're making up for the confidence that you're showing, because what you're doing right now ain't really pretty. Yeah, if you're telling somebody that, if you can tell somebody confidently to their face, I'm glad I didn't piss off the wrong person. Fam, what do you expect is going to come back to you? And I think he knows what is expecting back to him. I think he said it because he thinks that Kimber's bendable. And she said that later on, didn't she? She said, I'm not one of these little chicks. Yeah, because you're not one of these little chicks, Kimber. But he's treating you as such. Do you understand? And that's not your fault. That's not necessarily your fault. That's just him. He can't see the value of who you are.
Nobody but you.
Okay.
Nah, you're going to have to come stronger than that, Jimmy. I'm a woman. I'm not one of these little bitty ass girls.
You're a very strong, loud woman.
What was interesting, obviously, then Jimmy then obviously replied by standing up, was going to apologize. Now, this was such an insincere apology, and actually this is a show of immaturity and a show of a lack of development in the emotional area. Now, you've done something wrong, Jimmy, yeah? You know that you took it too far, yeah? And when you took it too far, that's why she said it herself, you took it too far. Instead of you to just come out and just say, look, you know what, my bad, yeah? If you want to stand up, stand up. I don't understand why you stood up. But apart from the fact that you want to make it a joke. And people like that who can't apologize, yeah, are often filled with a lot of pride. And that pride makes them very defensive. It also means that they can't see another person's perspective. They can only see their own. And even their own, they can't see very well. And so he stands up in his immaturity and tries to make a little bit more of a joke of this instead of actually just apologizing on the spot. Why did you have to stand up? Why did you have to get up? Again, it's all part of the theatrics of Jimmy. He's quite a theatrical person. He's quite an animated person. But it's all part of the theatrics of the individual and how he wants to be able to diffuse and get to a place without having to say sorry for what he really done. He really knows what he done wrong. He knows. Yeah? But what he feels, you see, the thing about pride is, and the thing about our human mind is that when it comes to defensive mechanisms, is that we justify or rationalize, we want to call it, as a part of defense mechanism, we rationalize our behavior. And so what you see with Jimmy is that he's rationalized his behavior by, I believe, by justifying it by doing what he's doing. By playing around, he's justifying his own behavior previously. Because if he really was truly sorry, he would have just said sorry. But he didn't. Because I don't think he truly, number one, is sorry. Number two, he feels like he's in the right. Or he feels justified in what he did at the pool. That's why he can't apologize properly.
You're right. I haven't apologized. So let me take this time. Kimber, in all man code, in all relationship code, in all forgiveness, please, will you forgive me?
What am I forgiving you for?
Forgive me.
He made a generic apology where there was a specific issue. And I think, Kimber even picked up on it. What are you apologizing for? And so when someone apologizes and they can't apologize what it's for, you should know that apology is insincere. It's insincere. When I say insincere, it means that the person refuses to acknowledge what they've actually done to you. Preferably because they still feel like they're not wrong for what they've done. More than likely. So you can see that Jimmy lack of being specific with the prayer. With the apology. It just shows again the mindset that he's built of himself. That in this scenario I was right, and that links back to the behavior at the pool when he said I'm a G. All of that was an inflamed ego. All of that was an inflammation of the pride that's in him. Yeah, which normally, like I said, it's normally covering up fear. What are you fearful of, Jimmy? Is it because you're fearful that people won't take you seriously? Are you fearful that, certain girls that you'd want to go after don't take you to be a serious candidate? That's why you're always joking around. Because there's a time, the Bible says there's a time and a season for everything underneath the sun. So how is it that you're not choosing the right time to be, joking and laughing and catching jokes? There should have been something that was underneath the right time, but it wasn't. You were joking and laughing. Again, she even Kimber's voice went up a pitch, an octave, when he was then suddenly getting onto the floor. But something that really intrigued me, what she said when, Jimmy got onto one knee, basically.
Forgive me for miscommunication. The worst distance between two people is a misunderstanding. You understand what I'm saying? People think I'm proposing.
Nobody think you proposing to me without no ring. Oh my God, Jimmy, get off the floor. Get off your knees.
She said, you ain't got a ring. But, Kimber, why would you care about a ring? He's dead to you. Dead to you. You see, certain things, when something's dead, it doesn't respond at all. Yeah? When you're not dead, you respond, right? Because the body's alive. So, and it has reflexes. So what you see is a reflex. What he says, when he gets onto one knee, when she said, you haven't even got a ring or anything like that, blah, blah, blah. Now, she was cussing him still, but actually she was being deadly serious too. And what I mean by that is that she was actually showing her still that she still has interest in him. That's why she held on for so long, to give him a chance to apologize and actually make it better. But unfortunately, Jimmy didn't take that chance. And the reason why is just because he doesn't respect her. Why? Because he feels like he can do better. He actually sees her as bottom barrel. I'm being deadly serious. That's how he sees it. He sees it as expendable. That's why he's behaving the way he's behaving. We don't behave like that with things that are unexpendable. Simple. Whilst Jimmy's on the floor, he's then cracking jokes and not actually apologizing and stuff like that. And I think it just kind of shows us again, opens us up to again what the lack of the ability to connect his emotions to a situation at the time. And I think that comes from a disassociation that he's made of himself, and also it comes from a place of pain. Say it with me, pain. Say it one more time, pain. Pain makes all of us do things that we don't ordinarily want to do or wish to do. But acting out is one thing that we like to do when we're in pain. And I feel here that Jimmy's actually acting out. Him going on the floor, him standing up, all of that kind of stuff, him not apologizing is all part of the acting out. Whatever his ex-wife did to him, it's hurt him and it's made him the way he's made. Scenarios in the past or situations in the past have also made him the way he is at the moment, because seriously, like, that was not a time to get on the floor and catch jokes and be wax lyrical. Like, there was no need to be. Like, do you know what I mean? There was literally no need at all. You were having a dinner, a talk, or whatever, a drink, and chilling. So why then add the theatrics of going on the floor and then not actually apologizing, getting almost on one knee? And it's all to do with the fact that you're trying to draw this girl out you want to have control, Jimmy. You want to have control over her. You want to make sure you exercise that control. Listen, we're all like this. Just going to be honest with you. We're all like this, He's just showing us the one step further, and he wants to have that control over the proceedings, not over just her, but mostly the proceedings. How do we interact? And so all this jokes and laughing and everything like that, it's all based in fear. It's all based in the fact that, something happened to you in your past, and this is the way that you've coped. This is your coping mechanism. That's why you try to go everything into jokes. It's your coping mechanism. And so what you're seeing is that coping mechanism now beginning to come out. I think also as well that Jimmy is aware of his behaviour. I just feel like he doesn't know how to change it just yet. And that's often to do with pain. Like I said, because, you're struggling, you're acting out, and you're acting out. But how do I change this? In fact, the better question is actually, how do I actually deal with the pain that I'm facing? That's the real question that you want to ask yourself. Because what Jimmy's doing is acting out. That's just point and blank. I don't know what else to add to that, to be honest. And obviously because he doesn't value Kimber like that.
You're right. I'm gonna let you have it.
I always had it.
Because you know what I don't do? I don't argue.
When your exact sentence was...
and then obviously at 24, he says, obviously, I'm gonna let you have that. And again, it's just showing that control. I'm gonna let you have that. What do you mean you're gonna let me have that? You're in the wrong. How are you saying I'm gonna let you have that? And we see this control aspect, this need to be on top in the interactions when, he then obviously goes on to the fact that if this was your business, then I don't want to... And all she was actually asking for was an apology. But look how he's turned the apology into a way to defame her and embarrass her and actually, be quite rude of it as well. And actually try to strip her of the hard work that she's done in her industry. Why do that, Jimmy? Again, because you want to assume control. That's why he says, I'm gonna let you have that. That's like, I'm gonna let you I'm gonna let you have that. Don't worry. I'm gonna break that off for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Do you know what I mean? Almost as if you're in control of that's why that's happening. That's not the case.
Strong,
I am.
loud woman.
Oh, no. Don't confuse my passion for your betrayal.
Jimmy then goes on to say, obviously, that she's a loud woman. And then obviously said, this is how you do real estate. I don't want to ever do a deal with you. It's all, and I said here, him saying that, you know, again, reinforcing the stereotypes of black women are loud, etc., etc. Kimber's not loud. Bro, you were moving mad. I hope you watch this, Jimmy. You were moving mad. And then a woman addresses you that she doesn't want to be addressed this way. She wants to be treated as a co-equal. And then you flip it again on her. This almost is contributing towards gaslighting. Almost there. And it's actually called projection as well. Yeah? And you're doing a bit of displacement. Yeah? Which is that you're taking your energy that you're pissed at somebody else. I don't know who you're pissed off at, Jimmy. And then you're putting all that energy into her when it should be for the person that you're pissed off at. Displacement. And I feel like he's projected a lot of his fears and a lot of his, you know, insecurities onto Kimber. You know, Kimber didn't ask to be pursued by you, bro. You pursued. You kissed her feet, everything I told you. Fast burning, all that nonsense, fam. It's going to show itself, really, because you're not really feeling her like that. If you were really feeling her like that, it would have been a whirlwind romance. But because you weren't, bro, she's left in this position. And I'm glad she walked away.
You kicking me out, Jimmy? I've been kicked out of better places. Are you crazy?
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Don't even watch, because you can't even handle it, baby. Jimmy accepted zero accountability.
And actually, that is that's the power that you have to walk away. But guess what? He still wants to have the last word. Why? Because it's about power and control. So this episode, I just wanted to just even leave it on that. Everything was really about control. It was a duel. And that's what I'm leaving it on today. So, yeah, guys, I hope you like what I've spoken about today. I went with a theme, power and control, just to kind of reveal that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let us know your kind of, I guess, 2 pence to the situation. How do you feel about the Jimmy and the Kimber situation? Kimber, I love you already. I appreciate you already. So, yeah, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, if you're already a returnee, you ain't got the minerals. You ain't got the minerals, baby. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lean? Listen.